Hello ladies, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 2 and to video 2 of curriculum week. If you are new around here, my name is Nikki. I am a 4th year homeschool mom to 5 little boys, and this video is in collaboration with my sweet friend Christina over at Rooted Homeschool. I will link her channel down below and her video that she is sharing today, her 5th grade curriculum, over on her channel. So please go check her out and join both of us as we share curriculum for our 2021 and 22 school year. Today I am sharing all about our 2nd grade curriculum. So yesterday I shared all about what we are using for 3rd grade, and today is 2nd grade. I'm going to link the end of year review video that I shared last week where I talk all about how our year went this past year. And in that video I talked about one of the big things that we changed last year for my 1st grader at the time was our reading curriculum for him. So we switched from using just Explode the Code to all about reading. So at this point, he has not done any type of language arts. He has only done phonics work and reading focused curriculum. And for next year, we're going to be switching that up a little bit. So he is definitely a late reader. He struggles a little bit. He has worked so hard this last year at building those skills, and a lot of the hard work that he has to put in has to do with his speech delay that he had for several years. He will continue to work through that as he gets older, but he is a young 2nd grader. His birthday is in the middle of September, so he will not turn 7 until the middle of September. And because of that, it's definitely affected how he learns to read and the speed at which he has done that. So last year, changing his reading curriculum worked so well for him, and I loved that I was able to go at his speed and really hone in on the things that he needed a little bit of extra work on and go at his pace. So for him, for next year, for 2nd grade, we will be using All About Reading Level 2. Now, knowing how that curriculum works now, we may move on to Level 3 throughout the year, but it will make it a little bit easier for me to kind of plan out our year. So for this upcoming school year, not only are we going to be doing All About Reading Level 2, but I'm also going to be supplementing his reading with Explode the Code, books 3 and 4, which I'm going to put right here. If you're not familiar with Explode the Code, it is a very simple but concrete phonics mastery program. I used Explode the Code exclusively with my oldest son through kindergarten and 1st grade, and that is really what taught him how to read. So for my 2nd grader next year, we are going to continue adding that in. If you saw my review video, you know that I started to add that in for him at the end of this last year, and it was working really well for him. So for next year, we will likely keep All About Reading as our main curriculum, but once or twice a week, I will have him do a couple pages out of Explode the Code. It's a really good independent work that he can do, and it is helping to solidify those phonics mastery skills that he needs. Along with All About Reading, I am going to challenge him a little bit, and I am going to have him start on the Good and the Beautiful Level 2 Language Arts. If you saw my curriculum video from yesterday, you know that my oldest son has used the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts for 2 years now, and we absolutely love it. It is such a solid English language arts program and curriculum. I cannot say enough good things about it. So I am going to be challenging my second grader next year, and I'm gonna start having him do a little bit of language arts. Now, he is definitely still in the early stages of reading independently. So I know that he is going to need a lot of help with the language arts, but I think that he can do it. And to not overwhelm him, we will only be doing it probably once or twice a week. And it's really just my way of starting to add in those extra things that encompasses language arts and taking his reading kind of to the next level. I tried doing the Good and the Beautiful curriculum for him in kindergarten, and it just did not work for him. And but I'm hopeful that now that his reading has progressed a lot since then, that he will be able to keep up with the lessons as they are paced a little bit quicker. For math, for my second grader, we will be sticking with Horizons. I love Horizons, you guys. If you're looking for an open and go, really solid spiral math curriculum, Horizons. It is so good. So I had someone ask me what we use for the manipulatives if we purchased the kit that Horizons suggests, and the answer is no. So my second grader will be using level 2 of Horizons Math, and he did last year level K and level 1. He did 2 years worth of math in the span of the school year. He rocked it. And in all of that, we were able to use the manipulatives that we already have. We use the Math Cube links, and we use the base 10 a lot. Those two things I think is really all you need to get through those couple of levels of Horizons. We also use the abacus a little bit. Another thing that we used was a clock, because there's a lot of telling time in level 1, and I have this this big clock. I'll put a picture of it right here. I have this that I got from Amazon. I will link that one down below. It's great for pulling it out and, letting them, when they're working on a problem, or trying to get them to understand this is what 6:15 looks like. What's really great about this clock is it's big. It's really big, and it has all of the 5, 10, 15, 20 on it, and that helped my sons to connect the dots of 5, 10. Oh, okay, that's what this means on the clock too. So between the cubes, the base 10, and the clock, those 3 things we used the most as far as manipulatives go for Horizons Math. So the great thing is that my second grader did both kindergarten and first grade last year. So this year for him is gonna be pretty chill. He worked his booty off last year cranking out that math, and it's gonna be a lot different for him this upcoming year because he's really just gonna have to do a lesson a day, and he loves doing math. And so for him to do several pages at a time last year, he did it like it was no big thing. And so next year, it's definitely gonna be a change of pace for him. Now, I'm gonna let him go at his own speed. If he wants to do a couple of lessons at a time, I'm gonna let him do that. And if it means that he finishes his second grade curriculum early, or if he gets through it really quickly and he's ready to move on to third grade, we will do that. And I'm really just going to see how he does. He has done exceptionally well with math and it comes really easily to him. So I'm really excited to see how he does with level 2 this upcoming year. Now, for writing, we are going to stick with my tried and true, the Moffat Girls journal prompts. I love, love, love them. My boys love them. I love how simple they are, but they can be fun and creative. They are monthly themed, so you know, you get all of the things that you are looking for as far as like writing prompts. Like, you know, in October there's lots of fall stuff, and Halloween, and in November there's more fall things, and harvest and Thanksgiving, and you know, in spring you have all of the spring things like Easter and gardening and all of those things. So I love Annie Moffat's journal prompts. I talk about them all the time, and I will always recommend them because they are so simple to use, and my kids have just really enjoyed using them. If you watched my curriculum video yesterday, you know that that is what I attribute to their ability to spell so well, because they have been journaling for the last couple of years. As soon as they've been able to start writing, they have been doing these journal pages. I have 2 years worth of these journal pages, and I definitely think it's the reason why they have not needed a spelling curriculum. I have never had to really focus on that. I also had a veteran homeschool mom tell me that she does not do any grammar, anything like that, until high school. And I have taken her word for that, and I have seen the fruits of just simply writing. So because my older 2 sons are very close in age, and they tend to struggle when one of them is doing something and the other one is not. So because of that, I try to keep them doing similar things as far as curriculum goes, because they definitely have a hard time when one is doing something and the other one is not. That was a big struggle last year, because my oldest son was doing a different reading and language arts program than my second son, and that took some transition and adjusting as the school year went. But I'm hopeful that this upcoming year we will have moved past that, and everybody is okay with doing different things as far as that goes. But with that being said, because my older son is doing building writers from Handwriting Without Tears, I'm going to have my second grader work on it as well, so that they can both do that at the same time. So he will be using this book right here. This is Building Writers Book C. So this is Handwriting Without Tears Book C. So he is going to be doing the same one that my third grader is doing. And again, that is to simplify the curriculum. And I know them, and I know that if they have 2 different levels and they have 2 different books, it's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be a thing, and I don't want it to be a thing. So I'm just gonna have them start on the same one, and we're gonna make it work. It's gonna be fine. So if you didn't watch my video yesterday about my third grade curriculum, I'm gonna share something that I feel like I'm in the minority here, but we don't do any spelling or grammar or formal handwriting curriculum. I don't do that. Because they spend a lot of time writing in the journals, and especially with them doing the journal prompts and the building writers, which we will not do every day. We will probably switch doing one and the other every other day. Because of that, that's plenty of handwriting. They don't need to do any more handwriting than that. And in my opinion, I just don't feel like it matters. And I say that and I kind of like, because I think that that's really important to a lot of families, having your children have really good penmanship. And I think that's wonderful. If that is something that you love and you enjoy and you want your children to have that, I think it's great. It is just not something that I personally care about so much. I've taken a lot of time to think about that, because I like to put into perspective that what handwriting was when I went to school, it's different now, and jobs are different now. Our world is different now, and if they don't have perfect penmanship, it doesn't really matter. And of course, I think that they need to know how to write, and they definitely still write, but I just don't spend a lot of time in perfecting it. So that finishes up our second grade curriculum. I'm really, really excited to see how my son does with the challenges that I will be putting out there for him. I think that he is going to do absolutely wonderful, and I'm excited to use All About Reading again. I've really, really enjoyed using that curriculum. My son really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to doing it for another year. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to check out Christina at Rooted Homeschool. Her video on her 5th grade curriculum today. Check that out down below, and stay tuned for tomorrow. I have another curriculum video coming to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay.